Consider this. How has the COVID-19 pandemic reshaped our world order? It's a question that echoes in the halls of power, from Washington to Beijing. But to fully grasp the magnitude of this shift, one must look at the rise of one superpower and the decline of another. For decades, the United States stood as the world's dominant power, its influence reaching into every corner of the globe. However, recent years have seen a gradual waning of this hegemony. The economic crisis of 2008, the inward-looking policies of the Trump administration, and deep-seated social and economic disparities all contributed to this decline. But it was the pandemic that brought these issues into stark relief, exposing a healthcare system in disarray and a society riddled with inequality. Across the Pacific, another story unfolds. China, once a sleeping giant, has awakened. Now boasting the world's second-largest economy and a rapidly modernizing military, China's global influence is on the rise. The pandemic has allowed China to demonstrate its leadership, effectively containing the virus and providing economic aid to other nations. This shift in power dynamics has given birth to a more multipolar world order, where multiple major powers vie for influence. This could stoke the fires of competition and rivalry, but it could also open doors for increased cooperation on shared challenges, such as climate change and future pandemics. An interesting offshoot of this trend is the emergence of regionalism. Countries are realizing the benefits of looking to their neighbors for cooperation and support, rather than relying solely on global systems. This is particularly evident in Europe, where the European Union has stepped up its role in response to the pandemic. So what does this mean for the future? The United States and China find themselves in a new Cold War, their conflict playing out on the battlegrounds of trade, technology, and security. The European Union is flexing its muscles, seeking to reduce its reliance on the United States. Regional organizations like the African Union and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations are stepping onto the global stage. New technologies such as artificial intelligence and 5G are reshaping our economy and security landscape, and global cooperation on pressing issues like climate change is becoming increasingly challenging as nations focus on their own interests. In conclusion, the post-COVID-19 world order is shifting towards a more multipolar, regional, and cooperative landscape. It's a world where competition and rivalry coexist with cooperation and shared goals. It's a world that's vastly different from the one before the pandemic. And it's a world that's still unfolding before our eyes. But one thing is clear, the COVID-19 pandemic hasn't just changed the world. It's accelerated trends that were already in motion, pushing us into a new era.